Today we're going to be checking out a niche fragrance from a brand which I don't see brought up all that much, at least on YouTube, so I wanted to cover this one. This is a brand that I've been wanting to dive into for a long time. They have really creative names, and for me, all of which really kind of paint a picture in my head. Before I'm even smelling the scent, I'm imagining just what it would smell like and kind of the background of the scent and just kind of, you know, what the picture would paint if I was smelling this. I like the names, I like the bottles, I like the compositions of a lot of these fragrances, and this is the first one that I've gotten a chance to try. Of course, you've already seen it in the title. This is Mississippi Medicine by DS and Durga. Really excited to dive into this one for you guys today, and for you niche lovers, I think you're going to be very impressed with this one, just like I am. I do want to say that this fragrance was provided to me by Twisted Lily. You guys know I've been working closely with them. They've been really helping us out here, sending us some great fragrances, and also in turn giving you guys a nice discount code. Of course, you've probably heard it. Chaos10 will get you 10% off on all of your orders over there. It's a great way to save yourself some money, and of course, they do carry this fragrance, Mississippi Medicine, along with a lot of the other DS and Durga fragrances. Remember, if you want to pick anything up from them at any time, use my code Chaos10. I'll save you 10% off, and that really adds up, so make sure you take advantage of that. So let's go and jump right into how this fragrance smells. Now, when you first spray this one on, what you'll notice is that it kind of, for me anyways, has a bit of a, like a cooling menthol type of smell, and that's kind of giving it a medicinal type of smell, right? Like the name Mississippi Medicine, that's a pretty good representation of the scent. It's got a bit of a medicinal quality to it, so this is where I'm saying you have to be a niche lover to like this scent. This is not a designer level scent where it's going to smell mass pleasing and like something you've smelled before. This doesn't really smell like anything I've smelled before. It's got a bit of medicinal quality, kind of a cooling and minty type of smell slash feeling. Like when you smell this, and I did a spray of it in the cap here, you can feel it in your nose. Like it's cooling, it's a bit refreshing, but it's not like a fresh scent, you know. This is also very smoky. Now, it's not smoky in the traditional sense, like, you know, to throw some other fragrances out there. Something like Nasamato Black Afghano got a nice smoky incense. On the designer side, Bentley for Men Intense, a nice incense note. And the list goes on. There's a lot of incense, smoky fragrances that I own, but it's not like this. This is a smoky type of scent that almost smells kind of like barbecue. Like this kind of smells like a barbecue, smoky, grilled type of smell, which is quite a bit different than what we're used to. And that barbecue type of smell that I'm talking about, a lot is coming from the birch tar that is used in this fragrance. You can see it's got birch tar, it's got incense, it's got cypress, it's got violet. That's a pretty interesting combination there. That birch and incense is really giving it the smokiness. The violet's kind of giving it that freshness that I'm kind of talking about in the opening there. It's quite an interesting blend, but that's what I mean, is this is such an interesting scent. It'll capture your attention when you first smell it, and it's one where you may have to come back to it. You know, you may try it, whether from a sample or from a blind buy if you're brave, and you may not be crazy about it, but I don't want you to give up on it yet. Set it down, go do your thing, come back to it in a day or two, and just try it again. You don't even really need to spray it on your skin, although I recommend it. Just do a spray in the cap like I did and enjoy it this way. It smells really interesting and really good. Just keep coming back to it and you may warm up to it. So that opening obviously kind of has that fresh menthol, medicinal type of thing going on. As you transition into the mid and dry down, that heavy birch tar incense smokiness comes into play, and it kind of smells like a barbecue. That's interesting. But see, for me, I love the smell of barbecue. I love cooking on the grill. It's actually one of my favorite things to do. I love being in the outdoors and hanging out in the nice weather. And I also like eating good food. So it's kind of a best of both worlds there. I love cooking on the grill. It's kind of a nice charcoal grill. You get that nice smoky smell if you throw some wood pellets in there. And this kind of reminds me a little bit of that. Just got this like almost like dirty, photorealistic, earthy smokiness to it. And what I also get quite a bit of here is pine, or like pine needles. That's also listed in the notes here. And I get that as well. And I love pine trees. I love the look of them. I love the smell of them. There's a property nearby. It's a state forest, which has pine trees everywhere. It's a very cool place to visit. My friends have some property out there. I've spent a lot of time out there when I was younger in the summertime, you know, riding four-wheelers and doing fun stuff like that, and even hunting in the fall and winter. and that pine needle smell kind of takes me back to that. This is one of those fragrances that's almost kind of very personal and is very nostalgic for me. You know, this has a lot of things mixing together, which I love and have loved doing in the past. And again, that's what is so powerful about niche fragrances. It's a way to kind of experience past memories and just things that you enjoy all through the sense of smell. But one of the things you have to be careful with fragrances like this is it's not going to be appealing for everyone. I would say if you're similar to myself in the sense that you are a bit of an outdoorsman, you like, you know, being out in the woods, essentially smelling the trees, you know, cooking on the grill, just being outside, you kind of like that type of stuff, this nice barbecuing type of smell, then this is something you're going to like. But if you're not really into that sort of thing, this is probably one that I would recommend you avoid. Talking about when you can wear this fragrance, I find this one to be really good for fall and spring. It's a great transitional scent. It's going to be a bit too heavy for summertime. That smokiness is no joke. It could work great in the wintertime as well. Situations, you know, this is a pretty interesting one. I would mostly do it casual. This isn't one that I'd wear on a date, obviously, or, you know, dressed up to a dinner. I would choose something else, but casual, just for a personal enjoyment scent, this one would be great for that. Performance-wise, it's very good performance on my skin. Longevity, I'm getting about 8 hours, 8 to 9 hours. Projection, it pushes out kind of out of my personal bubble a little bit, so it is one that will kind of radiate around me, fill up the space around me gradually without turning into something that will choke people out. And it will last, you know, considerable amount of time. You know, 8 hours is kind of my benchmark, and that's about where it falls for me. So to go ahead and start to wrap this one up, my final thoughts on Mississippi Medicine by DS and Durga. I love it, and I'm glad that I was finally able to dive into the house. You know, I was really between a few of them. I was between this one, I was between Cowboy Grass, and I was between Burning Barbershop. Those were the three that I was really looking at. Again, the names are so cool. Cowboy Grass, that's another thing that would resonate with me personally, of just being out in fields and just in nature itself. Burning Barbershop obviously is going to be a fougere, I would imagine, and that's something I'm very much into as well. I'm glad I chose this one, but I do want to try some others from the house. So let me know down below if you've tried this one, what do you think of it? And also, what other ones from DS and Durga do you want to see me review? Again, those that I just mentioned, that would be cool, but also some other ones that I didn't mention. Let me know down below. Let me know your favorites and just your thoughts. And again, big thank you to Twisted Lily for providing this bottle with me. They've been very helpful in getting me some amazing products to share with you guys, so I really do appreciate it. And of course, they do hook you guys up with a discount code. That code is Chaos10. That will get you 10% off all your orders over there. If at any time you're going through the checkout process and you want to save yourself some money, which, come on, that should be every time, don't forget about my code in the back of your head. Just keep it there. Just keep it in the back of your head, stowed away safely. And remember, Chaos10 at checkout will get you 10% off. That's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care.